Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome
are you guys?
to Living 757, and we are actually all here for the first time in like
The family
3
is
weeks.
back together.
Yeah.
I love
So
that.
nice of you two to grace me with your presence.
You know what?
Oh my
you know
gosh.
What? I'm sick of this.
I'm
okay?
kidding. I'm happy
no,
y'all are back.
No. Get your hand off my shoulder. I'm sick of this. There's a time that we take off. Okay, there's a time that we have to take off. Okay.
No,
And I
you take
took
too
off.
much off.
2 weeks.
The 2 weeks every 2 weeks.
I told y'all months ago that this 2 weeks was coming, and it came, and it went, and I'm back safely. Okay,
Quincy,
you should be
take 2
applauding
weeks.
that I came back
Well,
safely.
good. You're grounded for the rest of the year. No more boats for you.
No more vacations for you.
No more boats. Well, you know what?
No
I
more
can
boats.
tell you this trip was actually a pretty fun trip. So I had been to Canada before, but on the west coast of Canada,
So
right?
not this side.
Canada.
Right. And so now I went on the east side, on the east coast of Canada, like the Halifax area. It was pretty cool. Like I saw I saw a Black History museum there, and that was one of my goals, just to see the history there in Canada.
Look at you.
Right there, like I was excited. I said, I found this. This is so cool. So yeah, but yeah, I got a chance to go to some pretty cool places, eat at some pretty good. Like I ate at this place. I don't know if I got the picture in there, but it was a burger place, and it was a surf and turf burger.
Sounds deadly.
Yeah. I mean, my heart was saying no.
What is our burger?
It was
Ooh,
called Elevation Burger. Yeah, Elevation Burger. I'm
Look
telling
at
you.
your eyes. Are elevated.
Yeah.
Now, actually, your eyes are
Yeah,
literally
but
elevated.
I heard about this spot in Maine, and I said, I gotta go try that. And so I did, and yeah, it was
You
pretty
have
cool.
an
What's on the surf
elevation
and turf
experience
burger?
time.
On the surf and turf burger, so there's crab meat, and there's hamburger meat, and there's like actual, like real bacon. So it's like I said, my heart is like, I can't take it. No more.
What is our burger?
But no, I didn't bring you a burger, but what I
What did
did
you
bring,
bring?
because Canada is the place where the maple leaves place, I brought you ladies some authentic maple syrup, okay? Yeah, so don't drink it all at the same time, okay? Don't drink it all at the same time,
Oh,
okay?
Canada.
Yeah, so that's the, and I tasted it last night, not y'all, so I'm talking about, like I had one.
You taste this one? Oh, no. Now, let me check it.
Yeah, I tasted it last night. It is
good.
authentic maple syrup. I love it. So
Thank you, Q.
Now, so I know I was gone, but you were mad because both of us were going. Where did you go? I didn't know you were going somewhere.
I didn't know either.
She just disappeared.
Well, no, I just not disappeared. I was not on vacations. You cannot call it vacations, but I was taking care of some family business
Okay.
Overseas, and
Okay, so for good reasons that you had to
for
leave.
good reasons that I have to leave.
Okay.
And one thing that I want to say, guys, is every time that I travel and I just get out of the country or any other city is when I appreciate more and more and more to live in this great country that is America, have the chance to raise up my kids here. And I don't know, it's different. I love my country so much. I love every country in the world. But when I'm not here, I really appreciate how beautiful is America. So yay. I just want to say that. You guys maybe don't understand from the point that I say this, but believe me, it's amazing.
I appreciate
It's
the
amazing.
honesty and
That's what
what y'all
everybody
made me
calls it, the American dream.
Y'all were all gone, so I took it upon myself to go for a weekend trip. It was my first time ever away from Chloe.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I hear good
And
things
where did
about
you
that
go?
trip.
I went to Charlottesville.
Oh, okay.
My good friend Amber, who's been on our show a few times, got married. And
Yeah.
it was beautiful.
Beautiful,
It was beautiful, but it was just far enough away that I didn't feel too guilty about leaving. Because
Okay.
the first time leaving your
I
kids is
know.
always
Oh,
crazy.
you didn't tell anybody that we're going out of the country for Halloween party? Oh, okay, sorry. Oops.
Yeah. Well,
What country are we going to?
Well,
See, I didn't know that. and it
It's
could
not
go.
Canada. It's not Canada. We are not going
not
up, but
Canada
hey,
for sure.
we
Wow.
are here and we're looking good, right?
Yes, you are. At least you got the memo and wore purple.
Yeah, we got this is not
Why,
just for
Miss
Prince.
Ashley?
Oh, hold up. Peep the socks.
Look
I
at
went,
that.
I went all the way down.
The
Peep
bling bling is
catch
there.
It's no
What
bling
is-
bling. This is
I
just
know,
purple
I'm just saying,
sock.
purple
What's on
Look
the
at that.
sock?
It doesn't matter what's on the sock. the sock is on my foot.
I was
How
trying
about
to
that?
catch what the pattern was. Is that the
went-
Lion King?
Well, I don't know. I know
not
it's
Lion King.
purple, like Prince, but there's a
Hakuna
specific
Matata.
reason, right? There's a specific reason why.
Yes, it is
we're
a
wearing
specific
purple?
reason.
Yes, we are wearing purple because October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And it happens more often than a lot of people realize. So we think it's really important, like all the causes we help bring awareness to be in support of all our brothers and sisters, who are going through any type of domestic violence.
And I want to say something also, like I know October is the awareness month, but we can talk about this every other day. This is something that happens every day in any home, any house, and it can be to anybody, not just because you have a certain job or you look the way you look. It's like, or you are exempt to not have that. That can happen to everybody.
Awesome.
So we're going to have an amazing show today. We're going to be talking about these important topics, so bear with us.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yes.
Now there is some feel-good things that I know that you ladies are excited. You're super excited about.
I actually
Yes.
super excited.
I heard it all in the green room.
You know,
Tell everybody.
you know, it's all about self-care. Self-care is so important when you're getting out of one of those situations or otherwise.
Yes, that's true.
And the salt
I know,
spa.
Salt Spa is one of my favorite places. I've been there before. I did so many treatments. I love the staff there. And guess what? They have a lot of things going on. There's spectacular because it's Halloween, right? So you need to take advantage of all these free treatments and free, it's not free, but you know, you have some free stuff there. So let's start with the free Sculptra dermaplaning with a peel treatment. Like let's say you buy a peel treatment and you get another one for free.
Ooh.
Also, that is amazing. That's the dermaplaning right there. You're seeing it. It's super good. It just clean all your face, remove all your dead cells. It's unbelievable, beautiful treatment. So then you have also the immune defense IV that you can get it with another treatment. So that is something that I really recommend it for you guys. It's super, super good. So many things that you can get before October 31st. So please go and check it out.
Yes,
Spectacular. Salt Spa.
And that's not all. The Salt
they have a
Spa
lot
and
of
Wellness Center is also helping teach you about the power of the pumpkin. And
Yes.
it's not just good in pies and in soups and on your porch around this
Yes.
time of year. It's also full of antioxidants and vitamin C. So they're doing a really cool mask using pumpkin at Salt Spa and Wellness Center
Yes.
this month.
And they have lasers, a lot of lasers also going on right now.
And they're also offering a magic massage. I don't want to say this wrong. It's a Japanese head spa scalp massage. And it helps with stress, it helps with headaches, and it can even decrease hair loss. That is also on special for the rest of October. And finally, there are scary good deals on both Sculptra and
Yes.
Botox. And the Salt Spa and Wellness Center has found ways to make spooky season
Yes.
even better.
Yes, a lot of deals going on, so you have to contact them or check their website because they have a lot of deals and for the whole month of October.
Big shout out to.
And you should check it too, Quincy.
Well,
they
you
have
know
a lot
what?
of treatments for
All
guys.
I know is that last picture they showed with the
that's
water
amazing.
and thing, man, I'm gone. You're just gonna hear snoring. All right, but that's so good. You got some pretty cool Halloween treats for adults. But if you're a parent and you have children up to the ages of 12, it's a pretty cool event that you guys would have to check out. It is actually called the Buck Roll Improvement League. Okay, this is pretty cool. It's for kids up to 12, and they are hosting their second annual Halloween at the beach. This is a neighborhood event for children, again, up to the age of 12. Arrive at 4 p.m. and hang out, and you can be a part of a costume contest. There's so many cool things. So just make sure that you guys, as adults, you take care of yourself at the spa, and then you take care of the kids, because when you're a parent, which all of us are, and you feel good, then your kids don't get on your nerves as much.
Exactly. That's something that you just said, right?
When you feel good, the little things doesn't bother you
the little
as
things
much.
doesn't bother you no more.
Just a little bit, right? Yeah. So many cool things, and again, next week is our Halloween episode, so I can't wait for you guys to see what we are going to be doing.
This is a surprise you cannot miss next week's show, guys.
We're going to be cool, but now let's go ahead and get this show started. I think it's time to get it started. It's time to get going. As a matter of fact, we got a lot to get to,
Stacys Blooms is here today.
And let's keep rolling for the fun event, skating event at the ocean front.
And we have an amazing music video by my good friend Jenny Michelle. But first, coming up after the break,
Try
can
some
this
syrup.
guy qualify as a professional arm wrestler? I think not, but you'll have to stick around to find out. This segment is brought to you by Salt Spa and Wellness Center. Salt Spa and Wellness Center includes a broad spectrum of treatments with long-term benefits to help you look and feel your best.
Welcome back to Living 757. As weather changes, not just during fall season, during all year long, some plants and gardeners can get a little bit stressed, and we need some tips. Luckily for us today, we have a special guest that can help us with just that. Let's welcome to the show the owner of Stacys Blooms, Stacy. How are you, Stacy?
Hi, I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
So happy to have you with us because, like I said before, we need some tips for this season. Now, what kind of plants and flowers we can plant during this season?
So a lot of flowers are blooming right now, which is really great. Like the dahlias right here in the center. They're planted in the summer, but they're blooming now. I just planted my last succession of sunflowers, so very excited about that. But also right now is the time to plant spring flowers. So
Spring flowers right now.
yeah,
How that
so
comes?
tulips, daffodils, anything that's cold hardy, meaning that it needs the cold weather to help the roots develop. That's what you want to get in the ground now. So.
I love that. I know you are locally owner from Hampton Roads. Now, how do you come up with this great idea? When do you start it?
So I've been growing flowers for a long time.
Okay.
I just did it for me. I wanted to grow something, be in nature, be grounded, and from there I ended up growing flowers for my own wedding. And my garden just kept getting bigger and bigger. And then in 2020, it was very large, and my husband was like, "You should probably start selling these."
I believe you have all your backyard with flowers and plants.
Yeah. So I started selling at the farmer's market, and then
Nice.
a couple of years ago, I got my first truck. I was just looking for a different way to sell flowers than going to markets. And so, yeah, I got my first truck. I actually have a second truck that I got this past year, and yeah, here we are today.
That is amazing. Now, before I ask you for all the plants that we have here, look at that beautiful truck. I love this little truck. And actually, your co-pilot for this month, he is amazing.
Yes.
Now, can you just talk a little bit about the selection that we have right here?
Sure. So we have sunflowers.
Okay.
Well, first we have succulents over here, and you know what? I can't even take credit for these. My mom propagates all my house plants for me. I kill them all, but I can do the flowers outside. So we've got sunflowers. We have mums. Everyone knows a mum. Heirloom mums are so gorgeous. They have long stems, which are nice. We have dahlias. We've got
love
chamomile.
Yes.
Lots of good stuff. And of course, eucalyptus. Everyone loves eucalyptus. Do you want to build
Yes,
a bouquet?
do.
I mean,
Yes.
that is
Can you
what
help
we
me to
do
prepare
here.
one bouquet? And I love that you say build your own bouquet.
Yes.
Now, we were talking before that you also go to do events and parties and
Yes.
weddings, and people can actually prepare their own bouquet. Can you just tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so we go to a lot of parties, engagement parties. We just did a wedding where we went to the rehearsal dinner, and the bride and her bridesmaids all built their own bouquets for their wedding, and then they did them, the table arrangements also, which was cool because the guys
my
got
gosh.
involved. So
How cool is that? That the guys, the bridesmaid and their friends can come. It's like, oh, I think this color, like right now, this color match with my color. That's very easy.
See, I knew,
She knew it, right?
that you were going to wear that, so I purposely
you're gonna
brought
help me to prepare a little bit bouquet
Yeah.
right now?
So another thing to think about too, when
Yes.
you're looking at colors, is think about the color wheel. So you have like a
Okay.
pinky purple, and like the opposite of pink and purple on the color wheel is yellow.
Okay.
So
I
you'll
love
probably
yellow.
want
Oh my God, this is so pretty.
a sunflower.
Sunflower.
Yeah, and then maybe some filler.
So where can people find you, like when you are with your truck going to different locations in Hampton Roads? How do they do that?
So I am not super tech savvy. My website is in the works.
Okay.
But you can follow me on Instagram. It's just at Stacys Blooms, and every Friday I post where I'm going to be for the weekend. Sometimes I'm only in one place. I do have 2 trucks, so sometimes I'm in multiple places, but I always have the information up every Friday.
I love that,
so
and
people
you
know where to
can
find
do
me.
any kind of events like that.
Yes.
Me encanta.
I'm at lots of coffee shops. I'll be at bakery. I'll be at a farmer's market. So lots of opportunities to come and see the truck and take a picture in front of it, because
And they
that's what
can take a
people love.
picture, yes.
Yeah.
Well, you have a nice story about your second truck, but the time is getting out of the essence. I know I can ask you everything, but thank you, Stacy, for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Any tips really quick for gardeners, like as how they keep everything in place?
Well, like I said, plant your spring flowers now. Get
Now.
your bulbs in the ground, and then in the spring you'll have lots of color. And when it comes to picking bouquets, to help keep them last longer, just make sure you're cutting the ends and changing the water every couple of days just to keep everything fresh.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, Stacy.
Yes, thank you for
thank
having
you.
me.
I'm gonna keep these because I know Quincy have a challenge right now, and if he wins, you have this.
How exciting would it be to see two competitors face off in a battle of strength and strategy? No, I'm not talking about football. I'm talking about arm wrestling. Yeah, where muscle meets mental focus. You know, speaking of meeting someone, I'd like to welcome to the show Macho Man Randy Savage, and also, oh yeah, and also Ryan from Guys Doing Good. How are you guys doing? My arm hurts.
Oh, doing great, yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what? Is that your is that the outfit that you just go out in every day?
Well, you know, I was a little worried we were gonna dress the same, so I'm feeling pretty good today.
You know, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan, can you tell us a little bit about Guys Doing Good, man? It sounds like a pretty cool thing that you guys are doing in
Yeah,
Good.
thanks for having us, Quincy. So, Guys Doing Good formed 2019, right before COVID. So that kind of slowed us down a little bit, but now we're revving up. It's just a local group of just different guys that get together, and we just try to support local charities and make the world a little bit better.
Yeah. And y'all do that throughout the Hampton Roads area?
Yeah, we're primarily based out of Virginia Beach, but all over Hampton Roads. Yeah.
Okay, got you. Now, I also understand that, you know, to be a part of the guys group, like there are some core values. So can you talk a little bit about those core values? I know I got them here, like honorable service, dedicated giving, and also being very compassionate towards all.
Yes, so we just try to focus on local charities and support them any way we can. We raise money for them, we volunteer with them. We try to make the world a better place than how we left it. We want to focus on also encouraging the younger generation as being an example on how you can improve your community.
Okay, got you. Now, so what's the age group? Like, is it start at 18 and up, or is it younger than that?
There's no real parameters, but yeah, the youngest guy is probably in like the early 30s.
Early 30s, okay.
Yeah.
Got you. So I still have a chance to be a
You
part
got a
of
chance.
it. Cool. Now, you got an important event. I know you guys are thinking, like, what were you guys doing arm wrestling here? We got the official arm wrestling table. So tell us about this big event that's coming up. It sounds fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So we're having an arm wrestling competition. It's going to be at Elevation 27 on November 2nd from 3 to 6.
Okay.
Yeah, we encourage all our contestants to dress up or come as an arm wrestler here, as a professional wrestler.
Yeah, I don't think he's dressing him. I think that's how Randy,
When you get out of bed like this, it's just easier.
You know what? Do you need something to drink? Because that would hurt my throat talking
Oh
like that.
no, it's too easy.
It's too easy. See, I need to drink some water now. Okay, so in addition to you guys encouraging people to dress up, what can people expect when they come to this event?
A great show, a good time. It's going to be a family event. So we're going to have a lot of entertainment for children, for adults. We ask, it's open for whoever wants to compete. It's not going to be overly serious. It's going to be, again, more of entertaining. We encourage people to dress up. We encourage people to come up with music. We encourage people to come up with a backstory.
Okay.
And just come and expect to have a good time.
Yeah. Now, do you do any arm wrestling yourself? You look like you're pretty in shape, Ryan.
I leave that up to other
Macho
people.
Oh, he lets the macho's arms do the snapping for him.
Oh, so like snapping into a Slim Jim.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what? These may look like Slim Jim arms, but I think I can handle it. So let's say we get into a quick little battle. Now tell me, Macho, because I got a question, okay? Is the strength, is it about the wrist, the forearm, the triceps, biceps, or the shoulders to be a good arm wrestler?
All of macho's strengths come from inside, but for you might want to get back on the bench press.
I might want to, okay, you really think that you got it. All right, so I'll let you count us in, Ryan.
Sure.
And then I am going to try to win, okay? God help me.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, let's go. So, Ryan, while I'm struggling here, can you tell people where they can find out more information about where your company, you're not even trying.
Yeah, guysdoinggood.org is our website. That's where you can find the place to sign up through Eventbrite. We encourage people to sign up. There's only a limited number of competitor slots.
It's only a limited number. Hey, hold up, don't go to the ropes, Randy. Like, this is just arm wrestling,
I
bro.
have to find a chair for that one.
Got you. So where can people go again? I'm sorry.
Guysdoinggood.org.
Guysdoinggood.org. And is there anything else that you would like folks to know prior to us getting out of here?
Sure, yeah. So Guys Doing Good supports other local charities. So for this this event we're supporting Connect with a Wish.
Nice.
It's a Virginia Beach-based charity that supports children in foster care.
Man, and that's what it's all about. Thank you again, Ryan, for stopping through. And thank you, Randy. No, I'm not wrestling you again. Get off of me, man. You know what? While my arms need to take a break, we need to go to commercial break. But when we come back, we'll have a metaphysical minute. I need to relax. Go get a chair.
This Hampton Roads One to Watch is brought to you by Fusion Heating, Cooling, and Insulation.
Our latest Hampton Roads One to Watch takes a trip to Atlantic Shores Christian, where we find two-way standout Chris Higgins, a William and Mary commit. The 6'4", 220-pound athlete stars on both sides of the football for the Seahawks as a wide receiver and a defensive back. As a junior, Higgins caught 66 balls for 1,036 yards and 15 touchdowns to go with 3 interceptions on defense and helping his team finish 7-4 overall. Last May, Higgins made a commitment to play his college football for the tribe of William and Mary, coached by a Hampton native, Mike London. There at William and Mary, Higgins is expected to suit up on defense in a hybrid linebacker strong safety role. So far during his senior season, Higgins has led Atlantic Shores to a 3-0 start where they've outscored their opponents a whopping 146-6.
This Hampton Roads One to Watch is brought to you by Fusion Heating, Cooling, and Insulation.
Welcome back to Living 757. The world is full of things that will make you go, and also things that make us question life as we know it. Lucky for us, we have an expert to guide us through it all. With your Metaphysical Minute, here's Will Rodriguez.
Have you ever wanted to see across time and space? What if I told you that you could? That hidden within the recesses of your mind lies the ability to perceive, well, the impossible. That's right, today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of remote viewing. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Metaphysical Moment. I'm your host Will, and today we're diving into a topic that is so cool it might just blow your mind. Remote viewing. Now, if you've ever wanted to feel like a Jedi or just curious about how we might tap into the unseen, well, this episode is for you. So strap in, because we're about to go on a wild ride through time, space, and the powers of the human mind. Okay, let's start with the basics. What exactly is remote viewing? All right, imagine you're sitting in your living room, chilling on a couch, and suddenly you can see what's happening in a different city, a state, or even halfway around the world. Sounds like sci-fi, right? Well, remote viewing is exactly that. It's the ability to perceive information about a distant or unseen target purely using the power of the mind. All right, buckle up, because here's where things get super interesting. See, this ability was actually taken very seriously by intelligence agencies like the CIA and the US military during the Cold War. They even had a classified program called Project Stargate. No, not the sci-fi show. This is actually real life. Now, the program was designed to investigate and develop psychic phenomenon for use in military and espionage purposes. They wanted to see if it was actually possible to view locations or events remotely without physically having to be there. Yep, you heard that right. Remote viewing was used in espionage. Imagine spying on a secret facility in Russia without ever leaving your base in the United States. Wild, right? And guess what? They found that some people had pretty remarkable abilities to see things miles and miles away. Think about that for a second. There were trained psychic spies who could gather intelligence just by focusing their mind on a distant location. Whoa, right? Now, the military spent millions of dollars on this, maybe even billions of dollars. It wasn't just a flash in the pan experiment. It went on for over 20 years. Now, you might be wondering, all right, but how does this actually work? Well, no one really knows for sure, but we do know that it involves a deep meditative state where the viewer sets aside their conscious mind and allows their subconscious, or maybe even something beyond, to take the wheel. In this state, information starts flowing. They begin to see impressions of the target they're focusing on, and these impressions can come as images, feelings, sounds, or even abstract symbols. So how do you see something without actually using your eyes? Well, that's where things get interesting. See, remote viewing defies what we think we know about the nature of consciousness and reality. It suggests that our minds are not confined to our brains or our bodies. That consciousness is more like a vast network capable of tapping into information far beyond what we can see, hear, or touch. Don't just take my word for it. Let's look at the proof. Over the years, remote viewers have made some jaw-dropping hits. In one famous case, a viewer was able to locate a downed Soviet plane in Africa despite having zero prior knowledge of the crash. In another case, viewers described detailed sketches of top-secret facilities that they had never, ever seen. Facilities in areas of the world they had never even visited before. And the accuracy? Let's just say it's enough to make even the biggest skeptic raise an eyebrow. Now, don't get me wrong, remote viewing isn't perfect. It's not like the movies where the viewer instantly sees crystal clear images like a webcam feed. See, the information that comes through can be hazy or fragmented, and it often requires practice to interpret correctly. But with enough focus, the results can be shockingly accurate. The cool thing is that almost anyone can learn to remote view. You don't have to be some sort of psychic prodigy. With practice, people have been able to view hidden objects, describe scenes in faraway places, and even predict events. It's like a mental muscle that you have to train. They say it involves tapping into your subconscious or your higher self, and some remote viewers even believe they're accessing a universal consciousness or database of information. It's like Google for the human mind. So what's the point of remote viewing? Well, now this is where things get really fun. Aside from the espionage angle, it's been used in search and rescue missions to find lost objects and even in solving crimes. Some companies have even tried using remote viewing to predict stock market trends or make big decisions. Imagine if you could see what your competitors are doing just by closing your eyes. Talk about a business advantage. Here's a fun fact. One of the most famous remote viewers, Ingo Swann, claimed to have remotely viewed Jupiter before the Voyager spacecraft sent back images. He described details that were later confirmed by photos from Voyager. Is your mind blown yet? Mine is. So after all this, you might be thinking, okay, Will, this sounds awesome, but is it real? Well, that, my friend, is the million-dollar question. Skeptics will tell you that remote viewing is just coincidence or imagination, but believers will point to the years of research and documented successes. Personally, I think it's one of those topics where you just have to experience it to believe it. But hey, don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. There are tons of resources online for beginners to try their hand at remote viewing, and who knows, you might just surprise yourself with what you can tap into. All right, whether you're a total skeptic or you are ready to remote view your way into a top secret government bunker, one thing's for sure, this is a topic that's as fascinating as it is mysterious. If you've had experiences with remote viewing or are curious about trying it, drop me a message. I'd love to hear your thoughts or even host a follow-up episode with your stories. Thanks for tuning in to the Metaphysical Moment. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and stay curious. Until next time, keep questioning everything, but especially yourself.
Remote viewing. Whether you believe it or not, I have actually had somebody remote view me and my surroundings. And it was so accurate down to the color of my pajama pants that I 100% believe she could see me. And she's actually going to be on this show in just a little bit here. But before we welcome her, my co-host, with a very important guest.
That is right, Ashley. Thank you. Quincy, you know, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and it should be every day, to be honest with you. Now, I experienced some situations as a child and also as an adult person. Luckily for us today, we have an expert to talk about this and how important it is to look and ask for help when we need it. Welcome to the show, Anisha Haynes. How are you?
Oh, well, how are you? Thank you for having me.
We're so excited to have you because this is a topic that really touched my heart, touched me personally. And I know it's something that we need to talk every day, right? Now, can you share a little bit your story with us?
Yes, I can. So I am a survivor of domestic violence, was in a very violent, toxic relationship for about 5 years or so. That relationship included various forms of abuse, not just physical, but verbal, emotional, financial, psychological, so many different types that I hope we'll talk about a little bit later today. But in being in that relationship, I just kind of lost sense of self. You know, nobody grows up and says, oh, I want to be a domestic violence victim. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So when I finally got out of that relationship, maybe about a year and a half after getting out, I started speaking out, sharing what I went through. Mm-hmm. I do spoken word poetry. So the first time I told my story was on a stage, holding a microphone. Since then, I've just been doing a lot of community work through my organization, through a lot of community initiatives to bring awareness and help those who need it.
And I think you say something very important. When you start speaking now, when you start asking for help,
Yes.
and you share your story,
Yes.
actually it's healing for yourself.
Yes.
It's like a kind of therapy. Because, you know, Quincy, when you are in this kind of relationship, you don't know how to get in
Right.
there. And it's so hard to ask for help.
Right.
Now I'm so proud of you.
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
look
big
at you
kudos,
now.
'cause
And
all
she's
it
doing
takes-
great things for our community.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
All it takes is that. Now, speaking of doing great things for the community,
Yes.
you have a nonprofit organization called
Yes,
Grow. So tell us
yes.
about that. It sounds exciting.
So GROW stands for Girls Recognizing Our Worth. We just turned 8 years old in August, right?
right.
And GROW
for
does,
you.
thank you. So GROW does work. We provide community outreach, like a lot of awareness events, and in a fun way, things that make people think about it. So
Yeah.
from our Summer Days ice cream giveaway, where we visit all of the domestic violence shelters in Hampton Roads and treat the survivors and their children and the staff to free ice cream. There's crisis support to those who are experiencing domestic violence and looking to get safe. So GROW is on hiatus at the moment, hoping
Yeah.
to come back soon, just because we need more help to be able to continue to do the work that we're doing.
It will definitely come back,
I believe it.
and I'll briefly share this. Like, my mother was in an abusive relationship with my biological father, and the thing that inspired me, because I found out that you also have a son.
Yes, I do.
Right, so when she told me when I was 17 what she did to come back and get me and my sister back, because
Right.
she could have just stayed away,
Right. Mhm.
but she had to actually kidnap us back and take her life back. And when she told me that, that changed my whole life and how
Yes.
I operate now, you know,
Right.
as a man and as a father to a girl. So
Right.
kudos to you
Yes.
just being able to do that. So
And very important what you just mentioned it also, and your organization GROW, just to teach our kids in the new generation that maybe is confused things, like
Yeah. Right.
maybe misunderstood that the abuse, physical abuse is not right,
Right.
in any kind of abuse. But
Right.
you say many things, important things. It's not just that, can be threats, can be
Right.
financially, there can be so many things that can
Right.
not let you go. I love what you're doing, keep doing it, so keep helping our community. How can people reach out to you or your community or your
People, you can follow us at www.growfoundationva.org. That has all of our social media contact information and the things that we're doing and looking to do in the community. Also, www.nishachristine.com, and find out how you can get some domestic violence awareness, intervention, and prevention right in your agency.
there you
I
go.
love
There you
that.
go.
Thank you so
All the
much for
strength in the
coming
world.
for having
and sharing
me.
your story with us.
Thank you.
This is something that I encourage everyone to talk every day and ask for help if you need help, please. It's not just October, it's every day of our life. Thank you so much.
so much for having me.
Yes, we have to go to a commercial break, but coming up next, Quincy, just keep rolling, rolling, rolling.
Me?
Yes, where we going?
No.
Don't go anywhere, we're just coming back.
Hey guys, welcome back to Living 757. You know, this area has many groups that does a lot for their communities, and we're going to lace those skates up today for an event that's going to be great for you, your friends, and your family this Halloween. I'd like to welcome to the show both Amanda and Jackie. How are you ladies doing?
We're doing fantastic.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, y'all are already in your costume outfits
yeah.
and everything, so y'all are looking great, right?
Yeah, yes, we are. We are ready to get our roll on.
Good. Well, you know what? Speaking of getting the roll on, can you tell us a little bit about your group? Because your group is called the
Roll, bounce, roll out.
Roll Bounce Rollout. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about that group.
Yeah, sure. So the Roll, bounce, rollout is a specially curated skate group made by Jackie Live and Friends. So I'm Jackie Live,
Yeah.
and I have lots of friends like Karma Skate Shop, Work Hard, Play Hard, Go Studios, VB Roller Girls. It's just a whole group of us that love skating, love to skateboard, love to get our roll on.
Nice. Now, she was talking about your shop, the Karma Skate Shop.
Karma Skate Shop.
Is that good karma, bad karma?
Good karma.
Good karma.
always.
Okay, okay, cool. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's a women-owned skate shop. They're hard to come by. We're located down at the oceanfront in Virginia Beach, and we specialize in in roller skates and skateboards. We teach people how to skate if they need help, and we're just here in the community to help anybody who wants to get on wheels.
Help anybody who wants to get on wheels. Now, when it does come to getting on the wheels, you guys got people getting on the wheels, so let me see you do a wheel reversal, right? Cool, now that was nice and smooth. So tell us about this big event that's going on, Amanda.
All right, so we are having our 5th annual skate rollout, and that is going to be on the 25th of October. It's at 7 p.m. We have all kinds of stuff going on. So we have hula hoops. We have a skate contest. Limbo.
Costume contest. Don't forget the costumes. That's why.
$100 gift
Hold up, y'all
card
are
to
going to win the
Skate
costume
Shop.
contest. Look at
you know, I won
it.
last year. I did win last year,
Look at the
so you
pose.
better
Look
come
at
with
the
your
pose.
A game.
She's ready.
Look at the pose she just did. Okay, so now, and it's also something special about this year event, right? Because it's number 5. Just like our anniversary. Like y'all started at the same time that we started
Very
here.
cool.
Living 757.
Still strong. Still rolling strong.
Still rolling strong. So
Yeah.
I do have to ask, like, what are some of the benefits that you found that skating provides?
Yeah, so, you know, and the great thing about our spooky skate rollout is it's not just skates, it's also rollerblades, it's bicycles, it's scooters too. And so from all ages, and so from that, the benefit is just sheer community, right? So if you like to get together with people, or maybe you're a little bit shy, we all get to unite underneath one common likeness, which is to roll. We love to be healthy.
Yeah.
It's something that you can see yourself progressively get better at too. And also you get to dance. What? Come on now. It's all about the music and the outfit.
I don't have the moves like that. I still walk all of my turns on skates. I don't glide anywhere, right? So now when it does come to, you know, because I have the, you know what? I almost
We're going to
had
work
to-
on that.
That's called an ollie? Is it not called an ollie? Like what I just said? This is called a kick flip or something? Either way, I messed up. So when people are coming to your shop to get skates, they can get what? Skateboards, they can get scooters, they can get like rollerblades and like four-wheel skates, right?
That's exactly right. Everything. I believe that roller skating is more than just a hobby, and skating is more than a hobby. It's a lifestyle. It's in a community, and we're here to teach people how to do it. So you bring somebody in, they don't know how to skateboard, we'll teach you how. You want to learn how to roller skate, we'll teach you how.
Okay.
And we also have a community of roller skate and skateboard community where we can show people how to get connected with what they like.
Oh, well, you know what? I need to see this group of skaters again. Y'all come back in here. I have to ask a question to the young one. Come here, young lady.
All we need is the music.
Come here. Yeah, we got a little Doogie Howser, a little doctor. Okay, so young lady, what's your name and what do you like about skating?
I like about
Here, turn that way.
I like about skating that it's fun and I can skate and I can do it with my mama and my friends.
Oh, look at that. She can skate with her mom and a friend. Now, sir, young doctor, can you come here for a second if you don't mind? Like, do you like skating on your scooter?
Yes.
Oh, that's all the doctor needs to say is yes. That is so cool. You know what? Thank y'all for what y'all do. And where can people go and get tickets and stuff like that?
So it's a free event. We're welcome to anybody in Virginia Beach that wants to come, no matter what your wheel type is, even if you just want to be a spectator. Please come out and support us in the community of skaters. But you can go to Karma Skate Shop, and you can also go to...
You can go to Roll Bounce Rollout Instagram, Work Hard, Play Hard Instagram. You can go to the Karma Skate Shop Instagram as well. We're on
Virginia
Facebook.
Beach,
In
roller skate community, also VB Roller Girls. All of us are together with this, and we're trying to unite the skaters.
Well, you know what? Y'all have inspired me, and I'm getting ready to let both Patricia and Ashley know we're going to roll on to the next studio.
Thank you so much, Quincy. Now, our next guest has been on the show a few times before. This time is for a bit of a different reason. For those of you who don't know, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and our next guest is here to share her story and a little bit about how you can get some help. Please join me in welcoming my dear friend, Jenny. Hi.
Hi, guys. How are you? It's so good to see you both.
How are you, beautiful? It's so good to see you.
You guys too. Thank you for having me back.
Of course. It's always a pleasure. Can we start by you briefly telling our audience a little bit about your personal story with domestic violence?
yeah, this is honestly like, actually, I'm like sitting here and I was getting like really teary. I just thinking about it because I've sung about it, but I don't actually think I've talked about it, and talking about it is so much different because anybody that's been in my situation, and there's so many of us that have been in very similar situations, it's so hard to talk about and say, oh yeah, I went through that. My therapist always says I talk about it like I'm going grocery shopping because I don't like to go there. You know what I'm saying? So I guess just in a very short synopsis, without going too deep, I, like many young girls, I met my ex when I was just 17. I had moved around a lot. I'm a military brat. I know this will resonate a lot to a lot of folks in 757, of course. I met him. I knew there were so many red flags, and then my family moved away, and I got kind of stuck, for lack of a better term. I was so young. I didn't know what to do. And things really escalated very, very quickly. But when you're so young, your cognitive brain, you know, it's not there yet. I didn't know what to do. And at the same point in time, I was like kind of thrown into this world where I was like, oh, this is exciting. But behind closed doors, so many other things were going on. And it just got progressively worse because we got progressively deeper. I became more public, and it's like we have this persona that everything's wonderful and everything's great. But I was getting to be a shell of the human that I was. I mean, Ashley, you know me. Like, I couldn't have any friends. Like, my family got cut out of my life. Like, I opened an Amazon package wrong and I got the entire thing thrown at me. Or I cooked the steak wrong and plates were smashed. It's very minimalist things that were happening in my day-to-day life. And when people speak of domestic violence, I think they think of, you know, the absolute worst. Well, the absolute worst, I will say I'm alive, so the absolute worst did not happen to me. But really bad things did happen to me.
Yep.
But that doesn't it doesn't make up for anything. It's mental, it's emotional, it's being locked in a closet or being told you can't talk to your family. Like, so much of that went on to the point where I was 110 pounds and I'm 5'6", so that was kind of scary. But I was being told how to eat, what to wear, who to talk to, who to be, how to show up in this world.
Yeah.
There was no Jenny. She was gone. She was gone.
Jenny,
And-
so you are so brave to share your story with all of us, and thank you so much for doing that. Now, you just mentioned something very important. This happened to you at a very young age. Now I can speak from my own experience. This happened to me as an adult person too. And like you say, physical, domestic violence abuse can be in so many shapes and colors. You don't even see it sometimes. Can be in anybody at any age. So I'm so proud of you that you're sharing this with us. And like you say, it's very hard. You don't know what's going on. You believe in this person. You love this person so much. Now, when do you feel that you are very endangered and you know that you need to talk about this and you need to ask for help?
Well, I think for me, my story is a little different in that way, but I think that you might relate too. You don't talk about it for a really long time.
Yeah.
That's why when I did what I did, I wrote it in a song, because you don't go to the people and you're like, these are all the horrible things that happened. It's not something you do. But I will tell you from my personal experience, I knew when my imminent life was in danger that there were so many things that were happening for me personally. There was guns in the house. They were used on me. I knew that it was time to go. It was too much. And I was like, it's either I'm going to die in this situation or I'm going to die leaving. So which one am I going to live with when I get upstairs to God? And for me, I have such a faith in God. And I think that through the situation, it just became more and more and more.
Yeah.
But I was like, listen, I got to go and I'm going to figure out a way to do it. And it wasn't pretty. I left with nothing, like nothing. Like, I grabbed a bag of my most personal things and that was it. And it was terrifying because anyone in my situation knows you're going to think you're going to end up with nothing, and you're going to that person in a ditch, which you're told that you're going to be. Look at me now. That's all I'm going to
Right.
You're doing great.
Now we have time for one
more
last question. We know that domestic violence happens often, but more times than not, it's behind closed doors. What are a couple things that we as friends can look out for in the people we care about who are in relationships? And what are some resources for people to get out?
Absolutely. And I'll make it quick because Ashley, you know this firsthand. You are one of my best friends going through this and you got cut off. I'm telling you that anybody sees, senses, and feels anything in their friends, trust your gut feeling. Fight for them, because I can guarantee you anybody is going to feel it. They're going to see it. They're going to know it. Even if on the outside everything looks so freaking perfect, if you get any inkling that something is wrong or that you're no longer able to talk to them for any type of reason, please, please, please ask your friends, check on them, make sure that they're okay, because I feel like in situations like mine, too many people just accepted the cutoff, right? And that's a very, very hard thing. Resources, it's amazing. There's so much online, and
it is so much.
Okay, quickly.
Quickly, Piece Over Pieces. It's an amazing resource. It's on Instagram, okay? Instagram is amazing, the national hotline, and then you guys in Virginia have the Samaritan House. So reach out to that, and you can do it via text. All you have to do is text START to 88788. And I hope that anybody that's in my position gets out, because
thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for being so brave, and we encourage everyone to look for help. Yes, because this is something that we need to talk every day.
It is. It's important to talk about it, because the more you talk about it, the more comfortable people feel asking for help.
Yep.
Now, we do have to take a quick timeout here, but Jenny wrote an amazing song about her situation, and we are actually going to have that music video right after the break, so stay right there.
This Hampton Roads One to Watch is brought to you by Hampton Roads Transit.
Our latest Hampton Roads One to Watch goes to Maury High School in Norfolk, and we find linebacker Carlton Smith, a Maryland commit. New to the Commodores this year from St. Francis Academy in Baltimore, Smith earned All-American status with his invite to play in the 2025 U.S. Army Bowl. The 6'1", 210-pound linebacker, rated a 4-star prospect by Rivals.com, started his senior season off with a bang by recording a game-high 11 total tackles, plus he recovered a fumble as Maury beat 6-time Maryland State champion Wise 20-14 in the season opener. His combination of strength, speed, and aggressiveness make him one of the top defensive football players in the entire state of Virginia. After hauling in upwards of 15 offers, Smith decided to give a pledge to play his college football for the Terps of Maryland in the Big Ten. Our latest Hampton Roads One to Watch, Carlton Smith.
This Hampton Roads One to Watch is brought to you by Hampton Roads Transit.
Welcome back to Living 757. What a great show, guys. What an amazing interview today. Thank you to Stacey for my bouquet.
Yeah.
Bouquet. Did I say it right?
Yeah, bouquet. And shout out to Karma Skate Company that gave me my own skateboard that I almost ran into the camera on earlier today.
Beautiful. Yes, it is beautiful.
Yeah, it is. And thanks to your OCD, she has changed this around because she has spookiness
skeleton
on her.
hands.
So she's changed all this around. This was
Can you guys
sitting
see?
somewhere else.
Yes, see it right there.
Like her
I love spooky stuff.
her Halloween OCD made her change that.
Speaking of Halloween, next week is our Halloween show. Please, everybody, stay tuned because you don't want to miss our custom for next week. Thank you to all our guests today. Like a really nice topic. Thank you, every one of you guys.
Yes.
So now we have to say goodbye, but before we say goodbye.
Yes, make sure you follow us on all of our social media channels. We're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on Facebook, and you can also send an email to that email across the bottom of your screen, share at living757.com.
Yep, and all you got to do as well, just scan your phone if you're a younger person and you don't want to type in everything. Just scan, just scan the QR code, okay?
Easy,
You can do all that. Now, as we do all the time, we end the show.
Yes, that's right. And now we have to say goodbye. We'll see you next week. But before we say that, we leave you with the beautiful voice, Jenny Michelle, and the song, Handle You.
If you ask if I'm alright, I will tell you that I'm fine, but really I'm not okay inside. Pop a pill to face the pain, 'cause it makes it go away. Take a shot to numb the feelings I don't want. And they say time heals wounds, but I don't think that's true, 'cause ever since I left you, my scars bled brand new. 'Cause I handled the punches, and I handled the bruises, and I handled the time you put a loaded gun to my head. And I handled you drunk, and I handled you sober. But baby, now that I'm another year older, I realize that I don't have to handle you. I believed in love. I believed that it would conquer everything for us. And maybe the man that I thought was underneath the surface would show himself and it'd be worth it. But I was wrong, and they say that people can change, but truthfully, I don't believe them. 'Cause I handled the punches, and I handled the bruises, and I handled the times you put your hands around my neck. I handled you drunk, and I handled you sober. But baby, now that I'm another year older, I realize, I remember that I don't have to handle the punches, or handle the bruises, or handle the times you use the word love to make me feel not strong enough. I don't have to handle you drunk or sober. 'Cause baby, now that I'm another year older, I realize that I don't have to